In the world of automobiles, there are cars that are fast, cars that are beautiful, and then there is a car that exists to prove that money in the right hands can create art. That car is the Bugatti La Voiture Noire, and its story is one of obsession, heritage, and a price tag so staggering it redefined what the word expensive even means. When Bugatti unveiled La Voiture Noire at the Geneva Motor Show in 2019, the automotive world fell silent. Under a black sheet sat what looked like a spaceship disguised as a car. When the cover came off, journalists, collectors, and billionaires understood they were looking at something entirely different from anything Bugatti had built before. This was not simply a hypercar. It was a tribute, a rolling sculpture, and the most expensive new car ever sold at the time of its unveiling.
The name itself, La Voiture Noire, translates from French to the black car. Simple, understated, yet the vehicle carries one of the most emotional backstories in automotive history. To understand why this particular car matters so much, you have to go back nearly a century, to the 1930s, to a car called the Bugatti Type 57 SC Atlantic. The Type 57 SC Atlantic was one of only 4 ever built. It featured a riveted spine down its center, a design choice born from an early technique using magnesium alloy, a material too difficult to weld at the time. Of those 4 original Atlantics, one vanished during World War II and has never been found. Collectors and historians have spent decades searching for it. Some believe it was destroyed. Others believe it sits hidden somewhere in Europe. Its disappearance remains one of the greatest mysteries in car culture.
La Voiture Noire was designed as a spiritual successor to that lost Atlantic. Every curve, line, and shadow on its body pays homage to the original masterpiece while pushing the boundaries of modern engineering. The car wears a deep, glossy black exterior, so refined the Bugatti engineers had to develop a new painting process just to achieve the desired depth and shine. 6 coats of carbon fiber weave sit beneath the paint, visible only in certain light, giving the car a texture that shifts as it moves. Underneath that stunning shell lies the same quad-turbocharged 8-liter 16-cylinder engine found in the Bugatti Chiron, producing about 1,500 horsepower. This is not a car built for lap times or drag racing. It is a rolling museum piece, capable of hypercar performance, blending brute force with elegance. The car can reportedly reach speeds exceeding 260 miles per hour, yet its true purpose was never about numbers on a dashboard. It was about legacy.
Only one La Voiture Noire was ever built. Not 10, not 5, just one unit, making it arguably the rarest production car on the planet. Bugatti confirmed shortly after its unveiling that the car had already been sold, with reported pricing around $18 million before taxes. For years, the buyer's identity remained one of the industry's best-kept secrets, fueling endless speculation among car enthusiasts and media outlets across the globe. Names circulated, rumors spread through forums, and for a while, the buyer became almost as mythical as the car itself. Eventually, reports suggested the mysterious owner was tied to the Volkswagen Group's leadership circle, since Bugatti operates under that umbrella. While official confirmation stayed scarce, the intrigue only added to the car's legendary status. In a world where wealthy collectors often want recognition for their purchases, the anonymity surrounding La Voiture Noire made it even more captivating. It became less about who owned it and more about what it meant.
Inside the cabin, Bugatti spared no detail. Fine leather stitching, aluminum accents machined to a mirror finish, and a driving position that feels more like sitting inside a fighter jet than a traditional car. Every component was handcrafted, from custom luggage fitting the trunk space to the badge on the steering wheel, engraved with the same elephant motif that Ettore Bugatti's brother, Rembrandt, sculpted over 100 years ago as a tribute to their family's artistic roots. That elephant is a quiet reminder that Bugatti has never simply been a car company. It has always been a house of art that happens
seconds to build automobiles. What makes La Voiture Noire so fascinating is not just its price or its power, but what it symbolizes in the broader story of luxury itself. True luxury at its highest level is not about being loud. It is about scarcity, storytelling, and craftsmanship so refined that only a handful of people will ever experience it firsthand. La Voiture Noire checks every one of those boxes. It cannot be bought at any price today because it does not exist as an option. There is only one, and it belongs to someone who values privacy as much as performance.
In many ways, La Voiture Noire represents the peak of what engineering and heritage design can achieve when unlimited budget meets unlimited ambition. It stands as a bridge between the golden era of coach-built automobiles and the turbocharged future of hypercars today. Few machines manage to honor the past while dominating the present, but this car does exactly that. Compare La Voiture Noire to other so-called hypercars, and the difference becomes obvious almost immediately. Many modern hypercars chase headlines through top speed records or lap times around famous circuits. La Voiture Noire never entered that race. Bugatti did not build it to compete with anyone. It was built to stand alone, entirely alone, since there will never be a second one produced. Ferrari, Lamborghini, and McLaren produce limited editions, but even their rarest models often number in the dozens. Bugatti chose the number one, turning an automobile into something closer to a piece of fine art hanging in a private gallery than a machine sitting in a garage.
There is also something deeply human about the story behind this car. Ettore Bugatti built his company on the belief that engineering and art were never separate disciplines. His son Jean Bugatti, credited with designing the original Type 57 SC Atlantic, died tragically young while testing another Bugatti model in 1939. The company he helped shape carried that spirit forward through bankruptcy, ownership changes, and eventual revival under Volkswagen in the late 1990s. La Voiture Noire, in many ways, closes a loop that started nearly a century earlier, honoring the father and son who built the foundation of everything the brand represents today. For collectors who will never sit behind its wheel, La Voiture Noire holds cultural weight. It appears on nearly every list ranking the most expensive cars ever sold, and its unveiling is still referenced whenever magazines discuss the future of luxury vehicles. As Bugatti continues pushing boundaries with newer models, La Voiture Noire remains a singular chapter in the brand's story, a reminder that some cars are not built to be driven every day, but to be remembered forever. It is a piece of history, a tribute to a vanished legend, and proof that true luxury is defined not by what money can buy, but by what money cannot replace.